Hello, everyone, and welcome to Digging Deep, an Okie 811 podcast. I'm your host, Bo, and with me is my excellent colleague, Luis. Luis, you've been gone for a minute.
I've been gone for a minute. How does it feel being the host for one day?
It's a little funky. It's a little
Hey,
weird.
you never know. You might be host for a couple of times if I'm in and out.
Yeah, I may be, but you're definitely the expert when it comes to these things.
That was a great introduction.
That was solid?
Great. It was solid.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
How are you, man?
I'm doing great. We've been working on a lot of projects. We've been all over the place.
Yes.
But
I felt like last week was probably the longest week of my life.
No.
It's just because I was, I was a CGA. In Colorado, and then I went to visit my wife in California. My wife doesn't live in California; she was just flying into California.
Yeah, it was a little trip though. Wasn't it?
And then I was like, wow! Like I left on a Monday, and obviously, it wasn't that much of a time difference, but it was an hour and then 2 hours in California. So I was like, sleeping, and I was still waking up on my Oklahoma time, which is like I wake up pretty early. I'm an early bird. Around 4-ish every day.
Right.
And when I came back, so on Sunday, obviously, of course, the airline got delayed, and that's always fun. So I ended up getting here around 6. I was excited to see my kids. And then, I had to go to bed right away because we had Enid on Monday. We had our safety day on Monday. So it's been like a long safety day. Yeah, it's been a long week.
It's been almost like a long 2 weeks. You were just constantly
I haven't been able to stop. I think I've only gone to the gym probably one time since I came back, and I'm like,
Luis.
Yeah, I'm like out of my routine. But this weekend, if my baby sleeps through the night, I would like to stay in bed for
as long as possible.
As
long as possible. You gotta hibernate sometimes.
Yeah, like a bear. Yeah. So, but I'm happy to be back. Happy to rock and roll, and excited to keep working on our craft and getting prepared for the summer. We're about to enter summer. We have another safety day coming up soon, which is Lawton.
Yeah,
that will be fun.
20th.
And I think that after that we have Ada maybe. And we'll have to look at the calendar.
We'll have to look at the map.
Yeah,
we take it 1 week at a time.
Yeah. That's the best advice that Haley Manny has given to us, like 1 week at a time. But yeah, a lot of stuff, good stuff at CGA, Bo.
Excellent.
I learned a lot. Yeah, I learned a lot of networking. Some of our peers that you will probably meet too eventually in some of those FNCAs or Summit, Global Summit, or next year maybe CGA.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Anything's on the table.
Yeah, you never know.
There are possibilities everywhere.
But yeah, I'm excited to kind of. I mean, it's not anything. I would say, at least for what in the outreach marketing sessions, nothing crazy. We just something that we can start doing.
Yeah.
Like something that we haven't done or probably was done in the past. It was something that we can start doing. Maybe like switch up things in here and start implementing it ourselves in our education outreach.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I heard that you saw quite a few statistics about different outreach programs that were going on from different organizations, not just 811s, right? But other organizations as well.
Yeah, some of the stuff, and I think I came to you right away about, hey, we should start, I think Ohio 811 is doing a lot of stuff with community partners and they're doing a lot of school-oriented
programs.
Yeah, so
that's my bread and butter.
So I was like kind of intrigued by it because I was like, that's something that we can definitely explore and start doing it for the next fall.
Yeah,
and now we can do it in Spanish too as well. We can probably
Oh yeah, we could definitely do some in Spanish
and I think
English.
a lot of the the whole contacting 811 and kind of to everybody to apply 811 like in their lives if there's any digging is involved.
If any digging is involved, you gotta let us know, right?
So sometimes I think maybe the culture starts from there, from
absolutely
from being little and like everybody knows what 911 is. Even when I was
911.
Yeah, even though when I was a kid, that's nation, like worldwide
Right.
emergency number. Obviously, 811 is different, but knowing that as a kid, you always remember 911. So
Anytime that there's a big problem, you call 911.
emergency, anything,
Absolutely.
fire, whatever. So I think 811 also kind of could work the same way, going from little kids to like, hey, you know what, 811 before you dig, 811 before you
Right.
dig. Until
Well, and
you're
then
out.
all the kids are going to tell their families,
Yeah,
parents,
yeah.
anybody. Everybody's going to know once a kid's fully informed. They
Yeah.
love sharing knowledge.
Yeah, no, and that's very important. I think that's part of how you build communities, culture, safety culture, just starting from little ages. I also kind of saw some cool stuff that it's swags that we can probably make for little kids. Colorado 911, they were pretty nice. They gave me like a little example of like a cape. Like a little.
Oh, that's cool.
For like, you can actually put like on kids or on even your dog, and it says like 811 on the back.
What about Critter? Are we going to put a cape on Critter?
Yeah, we can put a cape on Critter and be like a super Critter.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, but it was kind of neat. Seeing some other materials that you probably
That you could use as education materials to bring up the kids and do it.
Yeah.
Maybe like just based off of grade level.
Yeah, so
changing it
that
up a
was
little
kind of
bit.
like one of the biggest things that caught my attention in terms of like outreach. Is like, hey, how can we like not only always focus on obviously our strength or our biggest focus is on excavators, right?
Absolutely.
Excavators
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people that work in the industry, but it would be nice if just starting to be more like on the community.
Yes.
More, like sometimes I think that can also make an impact, being out there for that community, being out there for different groups that maybe they don't dig, but just knowing, hey, if they see the flags, at least they know what those mean. I mean, so that's something that I'm really, interested in and curious to like see how we can target that better.
And with my background a little bit, seeing a lot of the homeowners doing home improvement projects or putting in gardens and things like that, hitting on that community with that message, I feel like is going to be super impactful overall.
Yeah, it's definitely, you got to start somewhere, right?
Right, you do. So coming back to CGA, and we were talking about programs, but what kind of tech did you see?
I mean,
a big driver.
Yeah, it's a lot of cool stuff. I mean, obviously, like if you're a locator, or, I mean, you'll see a lot of cool. Is it gadgets?
Gadgets.
Yeah. Cool stuff. Obviously, a lot of ticket management softwares. I saw like companies that a lot of. What's it called? I'm trying to remember. Like, obviously the equipment, mapping, all kinds of, industry-related companies were there. And it's one of the ones that was really neat. It was towards the end. I was just walking around the exhibit hall, and this implementation might be, is that the word?
Implementation, yeah.
It might be not to all, I would say, but it was, so there was one that a company that had this device. It's kind of like a little plastic ball that is kind of being placed under the underground next to the infrastructure.
Okay.
Next to the underground line. So that helped, and that little plastic ball has like a little sensor device.
Interesting.
It's kind of weird to explain. It's like it's funny because when I saw it, I looked. You remember those little balls that float on the water that you see?
Okay.
They're like kind of big, but imagine that like this, like super tiny.
Okay.
They kind of
Like, and it flashes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if it flashes,
but like the ones on the water.
Yeah, but this was like tiny, and that was my first time. Those look like the little balls you see on the water. Anyway, going back to what it was, it's just that helps the locator when they go and try to locate.
Interesting.
They can find the line.
The line a little faster.
So
maybe it goes with the tracer line, or
but it has like a little it has like a little device inside the actual plastic. I would say I'm assuming it's like some sort of a plastic.
Okay.
So it doesn't deteriorate.
This is just from your observation.
I mean,
right?
and obviously there's probably more into it, right? It's probably like I don't know. Maybe
It's probably a lot more in depth, but we're not really the tech guys.
The tech guys, but yeah. So that kind of was kind of neat to see. some of the different stuff that they have at these kind of conferences. It's just new technology. How can they help locate better, process ticket better,
That's
more
awesome.
efficient. One of the sessions was pretty interesting. It was more like, hey, how can we make tickets more efficient instead of like making too many?
Right.
So just kind of like have a perfect ticket that actually helps not waste too many resources for those locators who like need to go to different places to locate, you know, and mark big areas. So that was kind of interesting too, just seeing different ways how different, I guess, stakeholders and leaders or in groups see how to approach the common goal.
The common goal,
which is, you know, damage prevention. And that was really it. At the end of the day, it's just kind of like, hey, how can we unify all our knowledge and techs and
Right.
ideas together and, you know,
And
make it better.
some of the best advice that I've had told to me about programs is how effective can you make it and how efficient can you make it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the accessibility look like and things like that. So that's great to hear about CGA coming together and being like, how effective and efficient can we really make our systems?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, obviously, us being new, and you'll find out as you grow, and is that you see that everyone is different, right? State to state. So it's hard to, I think, you know, obviously CGA tries to push the best practices more than, because every state has their own laws. So it's hard to be, one of the things that another thing that really caught my attention is like, a lot of people would like to see everything to be kind of standard.
Mm-hmm. Pretty streamlined across.
Streamlined across, but it's difficult because, you know, obviously, you know, if you want to implement a new law here, you have to go through like lobby.
Oh yeah, it's got its stages.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's interesting as a, you know, new person in the industry. For example, some of the states don't have paths to the response. So it's a challenge for some people in some states, especially locators and excavators, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like, the codings to those paths of response are also different.
They got different codes.
And that's also another challenge. And you know, this country is so big that be able to have kind of like one big channel where everything's like, okay,
it's all one way.
Well, but again, everybody's trying to like, hey, let's keep pushing the best practices to the max, right?
And I wonder if a good portion of that also comes into like construction and infrastructure laws as well, because I mean, there are going to be different things for each state as well when it comes to that.
Yeah,
what I would understand.
No, absolutely.
I'm not totally an expert on that, and so we would love to hear some feedback from anybody who is more educated on those items.
Yeah, in the specific areas, we'll, you know, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to have you on our guests, and not only to give us a different insight, but also to teach the public, right? The general public to see like what actually goes more into just excavating.
A little bit more in depth. You know?
Yeah,
like we're here to learn as well, to get a broader scope of everything going on. So if you want to be a guest on our podcast, please reach out.
Yeah, no, 100%. But yeah, that was really interesting. Overall, it was great conference. CGA puts an outstanding conference in Colorado Springs. It was amazing. The weather looked like a sad movie.
Oh no!
Yeah, I mean, it was rainy and cold.
It was cold and rainy.
But the place was beautiful. The Broadmoor Resort and seeing the whole area, the mountains were beautiful.
Mountains are. I'm going to choose mountains over the ocean. Almost I know.
50-50.
Controversial.
Well, when I arrived to Colorado Springs, it gave me a little bit of like nostalgia because my hometown in Venezuela has mountains. Mm-hmm. So I was like,
oh, that's so sweet.
I see mountains everywhere. Well, that was pretty neat. I mean, again, overall, great conference, great people. I was able to network with a lot of people, different states, again, different outreach and education liaisons from different states. They were really nice. I mean, as you know, as you keep going to these kind of events, you'll connect more,
Learn more,
get
that
share knowledge,
scope.
and
Yeah.
feel more comfortable, right? I mean, obviously, we're trying to do our best every day and trying to follow, how things are, and
Right.
knowing what other people are doing. It kind of gives you, what, because at the end of the day, it's just like working together to
Of course, it's all about that
common
safety
goal,
culture,
yeah.
that common goal, and damage prevention at the end of the day.
Yeah, and it's still, that goal is still pretty up there. Damage prevention is it's a big challenge in the country, right? To try to decrease those damages, and obviously fatalities and everything that it includes damage prevention, right?
Right.
But one that did caught my attention. Well, a lot of stuff caught my attention, obviously.
Right. But
in one of the sessions, we were talking about the Hispanic community, and let me pull the information.
And you're our expert
Yes,
for Hispanic outreach.
That kind of motivated me. When I was done at the session, I was like, what, kind of gave me like, what, this is what I'm here for. This is what I want to really
hone in on.
Yeah, focus.
Well, you are the expert.
So some of the stats that they share, and they're probably out there too, right? To have access to. So the percentage of Hispanic Latino workers in construction and related industries has doubled since 2000. So that's
doubled.
Yeah. So there's a ton of Hispanics that are working in the industry or related. Up to 55%. Up to 55% of excavation and construction workers in key states are Hispanic and Latino. So, pretty sure New York, Florida, those big key states.
Yeah.
Hispanic Latino construction worker deaths have increased 107% since 2011. That's
107%.
Yes, and that's probably because no safety protocols are being followed. Probably because they don't know what everyone is. And I can tell you from my experience so far here at Oklahoma, so the ones that I've come across to, they don't know what the flag means. So that can tell you a little bit of an idea how behind they are.
Okay.
And I don't want to say everyone, but they're out there that they don't know what a single flag, color flag means.
Right. And my assumption to that,
we're assuming to an extent.
And my personal assumption to that, I feel like would probably be the communication barrier. Would you agree with that?
Just mainly English.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
so,
I would think so. I think another thing that it has to change is and we talked Sam Hall from CGA actually. Right. Safety culture in those groups, right? Like that, like their supervisors, managers, that that has to be what's it called? It has to be implemented in those groups, they have to know that there's a safety culture in their companies, that they're doing the other jobs. They need to raise their hands and ask questions when they think that something's not safe, and you kind of go from here and there. Like, hey, I think, and a lot of the like you said, like the language barrier could be that not knowing the language. Right. And they don't ask questions, and then probably there is a safety protocol, and they're probably a little more riskier to go ahead and do the job without, really knowing what to do besides just excavating. And, accidents happen, and then, that's part where the fatalities are increasing from that group. Right,
because there might not be clear communication or understanding of the whole process going in.
Yeah, and CGA is doing a great job at creating material in Spanish.
Excellent.
And I've noticed that other states like Louisiana, Ohio, I think Pennsylvania, there's a lot of other states that are trying to us obviously, 100%, which they're starting to wake up and say, we have to really invest in more in Spanish resources, right?
In the entire community,
so we can start closing that gap. And CGA is doing a great job of they have materials, they have things they have training that they can take in Spanish to understand the process. Training. So a bunch of
materials,
stuff that is out there.
references.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that it has to be put out there, right, so they can see it.
Yes.
So it's one thing is having it, but another thing is to promote it, so
And
they-
make it accessible
so they
and-
can. Yeah, no,
Right.
and also they need to know what CGA is too, right? So,
Right.
So a lot of that stuff is it has.
And OKA 11.
Okay, one. So, in fact, I think a lot of those tools and resources we can use them to
Kind of expound our
yep,
stuff.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. So
Excellent.
I would love to really start using that as well. But yeah, it has to do the whole Hispanic community. From what I'm seeing and from what in year one is you have to really build that trust.
Right.
I think it all comes down to building trust and to understanding that this is a safe place. That what we really want is to prevent the damage and prevent
make sure
and
people
make sure
make a
every home is
at the end
safety.
of the day,
Yeah.
right?
So
Because safety is everyone's responsibility.
Yeah, so if we can find, if we can get the help from those leaders, from the people that have, that loud voice and bring that group to the table and say, hey, yeah, we want to help you. We want to make it better, greater.
Yeah, right. Make the world a little bit better.
Better. So it will take effort, but I think that the intention is out there. From what I've noticed at the CGA, I think the CGA wants to do it. Like I said, older states are starting to really start to go into those pockets of Hispanic groups. So hey, let's do more education. Let's see what we can do.
Let's get out there.
Let's get out there. Yeah.
Get connected. Right. That's pretty much our big thing. Is
Yeah.
we're the contact point. We are the connector between the excavators and the utilities.
Yeah.
And now we're really excited to get more into the communities.
Yeah, and we have seen some improvements here. We see some Hispanic tickets going up here as well.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
people that speak Spanish are actually putting local requests. So that's a good sign.
That is.
We have
Hopefully we can get like a data set on that and show the trend.
yeah. So hopefully
over the next few years.
that's something that keeps going up in the next coming months, especially with summer starting. Excavation is gonna keep
keep up. And it's probably going to ramp up a little bit more and a little bit more.
Yeah. So and if fiber.
Oh yeah,
the
Fiber's
work.
everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. So that's that type of work job is gonna keep increasing. So yeah, good information. That was one of the ones that I was like, caught my, all my eyes, and I'm like,
It sounds like you had a great adventure, Luis.
Yeah, I
Sounds
mean,
like you
I
went all over and you got all.
I want
kinds
to
of
try to
different-
make a difference,
And you are.
Yeah,
You are making a
yeah, and that's kind of my goal here at OK11, and hopefully I can share some of the stuff I do here with older states, CGA as well. I mean, I'm also part of the bilingual task, so
Sweet.
I also want to be able
You're-
to help that team as well in the future. So yeah, I'm excited. Again, CGA was amazing being with Susan and Gerald. It was a great time bonding with them. It was awesome.
Fantastic. Well, Luis, it is a pleasure to have you back in the office.
Yes, I'm
excited
ready.
for our next adventures.
I'm ready. Is there anything else you want to ask me before I go for another week?
Before you go, another week, Luis. No, we have safety days coming up.
Yeah,
I
I am having a surgery soon.
That is true.
It's funny because is that the right word? Would be surgery? It's not a full surgery.
I think it's still
Surgery
because it's
messing with.
If they're telling you it is, then it is. But
Well, I hope I'm not
Anyway.
gonna come back like Michael Jackson with my nose.
I don't know anything, man. I'm not a medical professional, but
No, it should be fine. No, it should be a small procedure. So I should be back in the game within a week.
yeah, it'll be pretty quick recovery. I'm
At least that's
happy.
after Lawton.
Yes. So we're going to be hanging out in Lawton May 20th. For our safety day.
that'll be safety. It'll be.
Coming up at Great Plains Technology Center.
So far, it's full house, right?
From what I've heard, it's going to be pretty awesome
Pretty
numbers.
awesome.
Like, we're going to have a great crowd coming in.
That'll be nice.
So-
That'll be nice. But no, thank you, Bo. You did
Thank
great
you.
too. I mean,
Thank you.
Thank you for taking my spot because I mean, I was, I'd rather be questioned today.
Let him fly for a second, let it try him out.
Wow,
So,
appreciate it, man.
yeah, I appreciate you as always, Luis. You're just a fantastic colleague, just
Thank
a
you,
great
man.
human being.
Thank you. Appreciate
So-
it. Appreciate it. I try to be every day. I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, you know what? I need to fix this.
That's absolutely right. Absolutely right. Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining us today in our Digging Deep podcast. And am I missing anything towards the tail end there?
Dig smart, dig safe.
Dig smart, dig safe. And we will catch you in the next one.